draw against Ireland earlier. A really tight match. It was full of action.
Such as has been this tournament, hasn't it? There's been some real tight games, some class acts and all sort of pools. And there's such thing too as this one as well.
AJ Jacobs takes the whistle. We're almost set to get underway in this final Pool C match for USA and Uruguay. Plenty of action off the park here at the NZ7s. Plenty of action on the park. And we're underway. José Iruleguy goes high and it won't travel the 10. So immediately a free kick to the USA.
Yeah, early opportunity for the US of A. Seen teams here, a great opportunity to be able to get a set piece really, attack either side.
Well, let's have a chat to the USO coach, Mike Friday, who is on the sidelines. Mike, a win and a draw. You spoke about attacking DNA, showing that this weekend, and your defensive intensity. Have we seen that so far?
Yeah, I think we've seen our attacking DNA shape, but sadly our pass and catch hugely let us down in that Irish game. He created 5 or 6 chances, he didn't take them, and the Irish team, they're resilient, they stay in it. So, you know, we were masters of our own downfall there to make that a draw, really. So, defensively, I've been happy with what we're doing. I think we're looking after the ball well in terms of marshalling the defence and causing problems for the opposition attack. But I want to see more clinical attack play and more effective work off the ball by our players.
Well, that's a 5-pointer for you, Mike. Thanks for your time. And it's Steve Thomasine scoring the try for the USA, the opening points in this one. We do thank Mike Friday for his time.
Oh, that's exactly what he's after, isn't it? Some real clinical, just sizes things up, a little bit of a shuffle, breaks a tackle, and then just strolls in right under the post. So a good start there for USA.
Yeah, he had a look left, he had a look right, and then he looked down the middle and saw the space. And he adds the extras as well. So 7 points to 0, USA leading Uruguay. Haven't played Uruguay since 2018 in Vancouver. There's 4 survivors in the Uruguay side who played in that match in 2018. Not too many survivors in the USA team though, just Terry Baker and Kayvon Williams. So good experience for this young USA team. Uruguay under some pressure at the breakdown. Felipe Arcos Pérez showing some good strength though. Here's McCubbin. He takes play up towards halfway. And showing some good speed there is Bautista Basso. They go same way to Uruguay. Take play up into the 22. Turnover is good though, and then the turnover from Uruguay back is good also. Double steal. Over the top though, Aaron Cummings. Brilliant at the breakdown.
Yeah, nicely over the top, wasn't he? Seen a nice little separation there. Cummings got perfect body position. And he showed a bit of bravery as well, won himself and his team a turnover.
They talk about painting the picture for the referees, and we saw that perfectly then from Cummings. He, as you said, released the tackled player and then hands on the ball, not on the ground.
Exactly. Released it, hands up in the air, showing a really clear picture to the referee.
Uala'au goes long to Cummings, and this is a flat ball, right hard at the line.
Tackle, release!
Uruguay, though, looking to hold up in the tackle, but tackle's been called. And, oh, brilliant work there from Still. He is so strong in the tackle and shows a clean pair of heels as well. and adds another 5.
All the way from their 22 as well. Almost seemed like a little wee slap. Bend off here, out the side, pushes him away, and then he just gets into his stride. There's David Still, big man, that man with plenty of pace too.
Yeah, crossover athlete, come from college football and into the XO Academy. And talk about him being a real speed threat as the USA add the conversion, 14-0. Yeah, he is a proper athlete, this guy. USA scored most of their tries off the set piece. And they're just taking their time here in Hamilton. That one not going to travel 10. So this time Uruguay will have the opportunity to set something up.
And this will be the thing that Mike Friday will be wary of leading into the quarterfinals. They've just scored, they've got massive momentum, couple of decent tries, and then they give it back to Uruguay with a chance. They're still in this game, 14 odd points, a minute and a half to go. But they'll be wary of this considering how tight this competition has been.
Uruguay against Ireland, losing 14 points to 12. They pushed them all the way, and it was a late try to Ireland that won that game for them, but they've scored all their points in the second half in that last game. So they're a second half team, Uruguay. Can they show us something in the first half? Here's Amaya. Amaya. He's hit high. Take it quickly. And taking the ball to the line, McCubbin. Diego Ardao. Ardao. Gets on the outside. Try time, Uruguay. The captain is in.
Oh, something out of nothing, wasn't it? They got a penalty. They wanted the up-tempo, quick tap. A little bit of a dummy a kick as well. He wrapped around, nice bend there on the left-hand side, and just enough to push himself away from the defender. And they respond nicely.
The doctor performing a little bit of surgery there. That's stitching up the USA defense. He's a qualified medical doctor, Diego Ardao, and now he's on the score sheet here in Hamilton. Conversion unsuccessful, and siren sounds. And David Still just soaks up the pressure. USA looking to attack. This little wraparound from Talapusi. They go back towards that far touchline. Still evasive and gets an offload away. Dragged in a few defenders. They've got numbers on this near side now. And has he got pace? Oh, yes, he does. Malachi Esdale will put a full stop on this half of footy. And just taking a few breaths as well before he docks it down.
Oh, you're right, Swaney. David Still on the right-hand side, thinking a bit of magic, gravitated to him to try and defend. But you asked the question, has he got the pace? Sure does. Great way to finish the half.
A classy player, Malachi Esdale. And he showed all that class just then. And conversion is good from Thomasine. Right in front. So that is half-time here in Hamilton. USA leading Uruguay 21 points to 5.
Cuando tenemos la pelota, no nos desesperemos. Vamos a seguir ganando la línea de ventaja. Si nos aislamos, van a jugar rápido, van a pescar. No le están cobrando el penal de cosas, no lo sueltan, no importa. ¿Entiendes? ¿entienden? Son muy gatos, ¿entienden? Entonces nosotros, si tenemos que avanzar 3 metros, avanzamos 3 metros. Pero hasta que no generemos diferencia numérica, seguimos avanzando. Si encontramos un 7-0 y estamos adentro de las 10 para adelante, lo buscamos, ¿estamos? Pero si no, seguimos avanzando y ganamos la línea de ventaja, ¿estamos? No nos aislemos. ¿Entienden lo que digo o no? Estamos hechos cuidado. Y después, en los puntos de contacto nos olvidamos. Estiramos para afuera, no podemos darle la cancha. ¿Entienden lo que digo?
Who's kick off? Okay, let's go get it. Gav on for Dave, Ben on for Stevie.
Hey, listen real quick. Hey, if people are at pillars and they're set, leave them and you work around. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Let's work around. We got to just dig deep to work around.
Here we go. Break on you, P.
Hey, finish it on 3, baby. 1, 2, 3.
Then you on this side. I want to have over here.
First man in. Yeah. So it's a turnover and then another turnover.
21 points to 5. USA leading Uruguay here, Pool C. USA looking to go undefeated. Of course, they had a draw against Ireland earlier. It's a high kickoff, which has fallen into the hands of Uruguay.
But offside.
Yeah, offside. We heard USA players, Mills Muliana, talking about needing to work around the corner.
Sorry,
I want to see that in the second half from them.
Yeah, exactly.
Scrum down.
Just a little bit more work rate, just to try and stretch that defence a little bit and then open things up as they come back to the middle. But this is the start they would have wanted. Got a bit of momentum.
Crouch.
21 points to 5 up.
Point.
As you said before, most of their tries coming from set piece. This is great. Another great opportunity for them.
Behind 9.
They were the top try-scoring team in Cape Town, the USA. 25 tries through the tournament. And dummy and go there from Voila'au.
Eleven on the ball.
Uruguay
Just take it on the mark.
win the penalty.
Take it on the mark.
Baltazar,
Here you go. Team,
Amaya
team. Yeah.
was a little bit off the mark there, Mills.
Yeah, only just. Well, this is what you're going to get from the South Americans, aren't you? They never give up. They never give up attitude. They'll niggle at you the whole time.
Time off.
Try and get you frustrated. And they win back some ball. They're very good
Number
over
6,
the ball as
number
well.
20. 20, number 6. Yep.
They scored all their points in the last game in the second half. They've got a try on the board in the first half here. Can they add to their tally?
Time back on.
Just the one line break with 21 possessions in that last game as well. So what can Uruguay conjure up here as Amaya is brought down? Work the near side. Good footwork, but it's been lost forward. Couldn't quite get the arms free. Bautista, Basso.
Basso just tried to slide through that gap, wasn't it there? Nice bit of footwork here, and as he came back off his left there, just getting his hand slapped by Baker.
Let's go, Jose. Let's go.
Yeah, it was a good bit of defensive work there from Perry Baker.
Point.
He's had to change his role in this side and evolve. We still see him with that breakneck speed out wide, but
Time off.
he's also getting in and
Let's go
doing
in,
some of the
let's go
tough
again.
stuff too.
Yeah, and staying connected as well on defence,
No.
making sure he knows his
It
role.
starts with your bind. Let's get a longer
Certainly
bind.
difficult to ask sometimes when
And
you
then
get
we
some
keep it up
speedsters
both
one-on-one.
Okay.
But
Let's
his
come in.
ability to be able to stay with him and put himself in good
Come back on.
positions and then connect with his teammates.
Crouch.
He's really evolved.
Bind.
Lock out.
Set.
Real momentum in this one so far. But Voila'au to Talapusi, and here is that man Baker. You get on the outside. nicely connected up with Fualaau.
There's the ball.
Uruguay turn it over though. And this looks like it might be a maul.
Okay, tackle, get out.
No, tackle
Stay
now.
out.
Basso. And straightening, one-off stuff from Alvarez. Is Iruleguy. Amaya out in the wide tram tracks. Basso just probing McCubbin. He initially went out wide, then came back centre field. Here's Basso. And holding it up nicely, and here's a try coming up for Ignacio. Facciolo. Individual efforts.
Oh, they held onto the ball for long phases after their turnover. It was excellent work, and they certainly are a second half team. But it was a nice little bust from the bench. Facciolo running across field, just enough. He was just lateral enough to get away and push off with his right hand fin. And here we go, they're right back in it.
Facciolo, just his fourth event, and the extras have been added. So Uruguay in with a sniff here. Great to see some Uruguay fans in the crowd here in Hamilton. Iruleguy, a high contestable kick off Baker. Safe as houses underneath it. Tupuola. He spotted some space down the short side. They're really going to work that, and now putting his foot down and straight through the middle. Go the USA. It's Ben Brissell. And he will put it down for another try to the USA. Ben Brissell with a 5-pointer.
Oh, it seemed like a concentration lapse here from Uruguay on that short side. Nice little reload from USA. Brown summed it up. And there was just no one in front of him, only a couple of defenders, but they were fair enough split from each other. It's not even be able to connect. And they've taken that opportunity, have USA.
What do you reckon scrub means, Mills?
I was just about to ask you that.
Maybe needs a bit of a clean at the end of the day. The head strapping. Maybe they can't spell scrum. There's some interesting headwear as well. Good to see. Dress-ups on the field and off the field. Kayvon Williams. This one will curl. Doesn't go the 10. So Uruguay with one last little chop. And Viñals. Iruleguy. USA
Ball is out.
strong at the breakdown, but it falls for Facciolo, the try scorer. USA really shutting down anything out wide for Uruguay. Can't get the ball more than a couple of passes away from the ruck. Grille on the field.
Counter's good.
And
Knock
counter
on.
ruck is very good from the USA. There's that
counter and then knock on the
defensive
ball.
intensity that we heard Mike Friday talking about.
Yeah, it was a nice press too, wasn't it?
USA ball.
All really connected, coming up and rushing up on Uruguay. We forced a mistake.
Here we go.
So one real chance,
Crouch.
USA to really stamp their mark on this
Fight.
game.
Set.
And Williams can't hit the mark. Tupuola. Now he puts it into touch. And full time, USA undefeated through the pool stages. 2 wins and a draw. They defeat Uruguay 28 points to 12. Pretty clinical performance.